episode 33 of Factorio Space Age Deathworld Marathon. We are on Novice. We've got biolabs and a bunch of different kinds of science arriving from other planets. Kind of, we'll get to that in a bit. We are prepare to go to Aquilo. The biolabs, we've got uncommon biolabs with rare prod mod 3s for a 64% productivity bonus. We've got rare beacons with rare speed mod 3s doing, quite the speed boost. I think compared to regular labs with the rare prod mod 2s we now are getting roughly 3 times as much science done from any particular given flask of science, which is pretty great. We've also upgraded all of the original red and green science to, moduled assembler 3s. We've got in the blue science, we gave these guys rare speed mod 3s. Okay, fine. We've got a lot of rare speed mod 3s just hanging around doing whatever, so we'll put them to use. It's fine. All of that's kind of ticking over. The main issue is that we don't have the kinds of science we need automated into the places that they need to be at the moment. In particular, Human, are you still just making fuel? Yeah, you're still just making fuel and just sitting there, and none of these schedules are any good. And Human has stuff that we want from Gleba, so you can fly to Navas. We need to redo all of this so it's actually automated, and then redo this science taxi request list so that we're actually moving around the things we need to be without doing all of this ourselves, because this is not sustainable and we need this better automated. And then also, we need some different ships as well, because landmines have been pretty heavily nerfed in space. They are now more of a hindrance than anything else. We want fewer engines so that our chem plants don't have to worry about tanking so much fuel. Are we even going to get there? We might have to pause thruster a bit and just be manufacturing fuel here as well. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh well. And then Grondolf, do you have stuff we want to Navas? Yes. Do you have enough fuel? Yes. Okay, so you can come to Navas. Reasons why we're not actually doing the Aquilo research at the moment. 834 SPM for not really pushing it too hard. I think we're pretty happy with that. And ships that are bad that we need to replace, we'll get around to that in a bit. Schedules that are bad that we need to replace, we'll get around to that in a bit. And we might wonder how we got into the position of having all these biolabs and having all these rare prod mods. And in a measure very similar to modern industrial stories, we have a couple of numbers that are increasing in pleasant ways that are hiding some pretty outrageous misery. In particular, this little space over here that's, not on my radar coverage, it's outside my walls, it's a little extrajudicial place. It's not really mine, I'm not responsible for what happens there, but we are going to go over there. It's called, I guess we could call it Guantanamo Biter Nursery. All the way over here, we were harvesting some biters and doing pretty outrageous things to them, and we have, in a very moral way, recently decommissioned this facility. All these guys, I don't really enjoy being here, so we're just going to get rid of them as well. And we had, let's just mostly work, I don't even have ammunition at the moment, okay, whatever, that's all fine. We don't really have, the way we decommissioned this was we kind of ignored it for a while, and then they formed a rebellion, and then the landmines went off, and it kind of decommissioned itself. But we kind of want to pack all this stuff up now. I don't think we want it anymore. But what was happening here was we had a couple of biter nests. We were taking the eggs out. We were recycling these up to higher quality in basically what's, I guess we could call a kind of fetus wood chipper. And had a thing that was not entirely dissimilar to something like the Chinese Olympic weightlifting program, where we get a whole lot of candidates really early, in this case while they're still eggs, and we submit them to quite an aggressive training regime, which in this case was a fetus wood chipper, and only the best survive and get turned into prod mods, and the rest kind of get disposed of, which is fine. But we don't need this anymore. Maybe we need more prod mod 3s or more biolabs or something like that later. But for the moment, we have done the quite moral thing of decommissioning Guantanamo Biter Nursery. So with our newly found ethical superiority of no longer blending the unborn, I don't know that we need to import bioflux at all. We should probably put these 5 prod mods somewhere. These 5 extra prod mod 3s we've ended up with. I'm not really sure where, because I guess these red chips, although we've got productivity from the electromags, they're blue chips, we've got productivity and also the research productivity. Oh, yeah. Silos. Silos are going to be a good place for extra prod mod 3s. Prod mod 3 is kind of less important in Space Age, just because we've got all the electromags and biochambers, and with all of the free productivity. Biolabs being kind of the main thing that doesn't get a productivity bonus that we would like a lot. But we would also like to figure out how to get, having got some more prod mods in there, some beacons on these silos, because we've got space for it. So find these biolabs that are now chunking along with the science we got from Herman. Actually, Herman we probably want to send back to Gleba for more science. And can this... This is going to be fine. Oh, we've depowered the lamp. Let's not depower the lamp. Let's put the lamps over here or something. Okay, so now we've got significantly faster rockets, double beacons. That's going to be nice. Yeah, and then, Herman, do you have the fuel to get back to Gleba? Not really. Oh, well. And yeah, we're going to have to pot around and find other things to do while we're researching our way to get to this planet, which is actually only 12,000 science on marathon mode. I was expecting it, I thought it was, oh, here's my stuff. I was kind of expecting it to be more, so that whole research component of getting to Aquilo not actually going to be a problem at all. Do I have... why have I got so many beacons? Okay, whatever. Yeah, there's a couple of things we can poke around with. Gleba is mostly fine, but still running. Actually, not quite running. Because we are backed up on LDS, and so all this copper is banking up, which is also going to give the recyclers problems a bit. But we need to take this LDS from Gleba to Fulgora, because Fulgora is slightly short on LDS, and yeah, if Gleba backs up, then this thing will die, and that'll give us some issues, so that'll be fun. The other Gleba issue is that we're not making carbon fiber, because we're not actually making enough spoilage from anywhere to be making the carbon we need to turn into carbon fiber. So that's a little bit of an issue. Do we have... Okay, yeah, we do need... Are you close by? You're already run out of fuel. Okay, whatever. You'll launch... Actually, can we just add to the science taxi? How many... What is the stack size? 400. Okay, so if we get, say, 800 low density structure imported from Gleba, that'll also, first of all, keep that running, but also, yeah, get that going. Other things were, yeah, Fulgora is mostly fine, right? There's a couple of things we want to tap in here, but we do have a shortage of red chips because we're upgrading modules. And then way too many blue chips. Did we... Oh yeah, this inserter. Yeah, do we... We want to be running these all the time. Did we get... Maybe we got the... Yeah, I think we want to turn this inserter here back to low density structure. To get the copper we need for science, especially as we're thinking about bringing low density structure in. Grondolf, do you have fuel? Yes, you've got all your stuff. Yeah, things we really don't want to be moving around manually, but okay, whatever. And then, yeah, Vulcanus also as a place we need to go because actually everything's backed up fine. Yeah, rotate these to clear that belt. These two belts are mostly fine. This belt also kind of fine. Yeah, something... I think this is mostly because of all the extra productivity of blue chips we're getting out, but whatever. We'll worry about that later after it clears itself out. Yeah, there's a couple of things we can entertain ourselves with on Novice while we are still waiting for this research to go, which is actually only 8 minutes away. Oh, it's also falling off. That probably means we've run out of... Yeah, we've run out of the agricultural science, and now all the other kinds of science are getting around to this little bit of belt here. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Other things we're going to play with on Novice for a bit, we're going to remodule these big mining drills differently, because one of the things we have now is a billion speed module 3s, and so I reckon this is going to work out somewhat better for us, because... Prod Mod 1s, 6% productivity when we already have 60%, probably not that big a deal. But also, fun fact about the Speed Module 3, the speed boost is larger than the energy consumption. So this is getting us a whole lot more ore out of the same mining drills that we're already kind of not using because LDS is kind of stationary, but also whatever. Yeah, we're getting a whole lot more ore out for, what, 32 pollution versus the 21 pollution. Yeah, so I think we can probably still also upgrade the efficiency beacons, or the efficiency modules in this as well, which we don't have at uncommon quality. But we do have 1,000... efficiency module 1s coming out of all of these regular mining drills we replace. So I think we do this remoduling, and yeah, not that one, and yeah, we make this our standard mining drill, because there are a couple of places on Novice that, yeah, we're running this down. For example, these are all the miners that are left on this patch, which we are running down pretty effectively. Thing is, we don't even need to really improve Novice resources like that, because we're not making the base bigger by mining more on Novice. We're making it bigger by importing things from other places. In particular, Human, do you have... you've got the rest of the science we need to get the rest of the Aquilo research done, which is nice. Gleba is somehow... and I'm not entirely sure how, because this was usually pretty stable, but completely dead for lack of nutrients, which is wild, which means we're not processing any of this stuff out. I wasn't going to go to Glebe at all. Maybe we need to go there. I was expecting to have to restart this copper because the LDS backed up, which it is now fine. But yeah, other problems. Weird, interesting. Okay, cool. What we're going to do instead is figure out a way to upgrade all of these yeah, efficiency modules that we've got, of which there are many, and they will continue... Nope, that's not what we wanted. Yeah, just request all of the efficiency modules, and then we've got a recycler somewhere as well, don't we? Yeah, here's a recycler with some modules on it. We need a pattern that we can use to then... okay, maybe that's not going to work so well. Yeah, that we want to be able to upgrade all of these efficiency modules to uncommon. And we're going to need 3... We are going to need... and these are going to need to be... craft at regular quality, craft at uncommon quality, and then another one, and I'm trying to figure out how these inserters will line up. Because we can have a box here, and then a box, it looks like here? Yeah, sure. And then we are going to need yet one more of these, which is fine. But we are kind of making a bit of a mess. Because we also want to be crafting these efficiency module ones at rare quality, because we might have some rares fall out. I don't really care about the rares, but whatever. But then, if this is the output box, how do we get the commons out of the... Maybe what we can do is we can move this thing back here. This is going to work. This might work. Yeah, that's going to work. Do this, shuffle all of these ingredients over to the... Yeah, that's going to do what it needs to find. And then we just need to circuit condition some of the stuff so that we are only junking. Like, I think this inserter only wants to run if we have no red chips. Yeah, sure. Have all of the efficiency modules. This thing here wants to use filters for strictly common quality. Okay, I think we are ready to start making all of... Yeah, I think we're ready to start making... Oh, these quality modules don't matter because we already... That's the highest tier of quality we have. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so we can get these miners their better modules, and then they're going to be absolutely fine. That's mostly what... I mean, there's some other things we can need to do on Novice, but we kind of need to go and fix Gleba and Fulgora. Is Fulgora... Not Fulgora, is Vulcanus fixed now? Yes, kind of, but we're still just... Yeah, let's presume that that's better as well. Oh, that's the other reason why these ships are garbage and need to be refitted. We're not even using the better calcite patterned thruster fuel recipe yet. We're still just doing this thing that only gives us 75 every 2 seconds. Yeah, other reasons why we need to do the ship design. Let's make Gleba work again first, though, eh? Thing is, I'm not even sure how Gleba died. Like, lack of nutrients, yeah, but this machine has been pretty fantastic at banging out nutrients the whole time. I don't really get how it is that we lost some, but oh well. Let's find... Down here, do we have some old spoilage? Yeah, and old carbon that we kind of don't care about as well. Things that we can turn into nutrients to just get some of this running. Oh, here's all this carbon that we said we wanted. Okay, but maybe you could go and pick up this old smelting that we no longer care about and put it somewhere, and maybe we get some extra carbon that way. Meanwhile... Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna have to grab some of these assemblers ourselves. Do we have assemblers somewhere? Where, if I was an assembler, where would I be? Oh, would I be in the box of stuff that we have? is that where I would find the things I needed in order to get... Oh no, here are the assemblers. Can we... Yeah. The only thing I can think of is maybe we made too many nutrients at quality. So maybe instead of... Maybe we do this with an efficiency module because we can't put a speed module here because quality, but maybe we just don't get quite so much quality out. 9.6%, whatever, because maybe we were taking too much off the belt here that was all just spoiling. I don't know, because we're still prioritizing into what should have been the nutrients loop. Okay, so allegedly Gleba is running again. And we do have the carbon that will let us continue to make carbon fiber when we get the plastic, because everything should be running. What we need is... Yeah, here's some spoilage. We need another pentapod egg, because currently all of this is not going to be running. We need to get the iron and copper back online, for which we should have built... oh, we also dropped a bunch of roboports off the network when we deleted all of that smelting. No big deal, that was always going to be replaced by a different power pole anyway. I wonder if several things died in this place then, because what actually happened is the inserter that was picking up the nutrients for the cargo wagon spoiled. Okay, so let's get rid of this and set this to spoilage of any quality. Yeah, you have that. And then we are taking spoilage out of the wagon, which is fine. I don't know why you have those boxes, but whatever. Okay, so now if there's any spoilage, if there's any nutrients that spoil in the hand of the inserter, we can get these into the wagon and then out of the wagon again. Okay, which means that over here we've got to do the same thing. We've got to have... What I should have just done is found one of these pentapod shells and just taken this thing, because that's how we get an egg. I think we're going to want to go and destroy this expansion. Yeah, forgetting how to fight pentapods, a little bit embarrassing. Oh well. Which direction even is the base from here? Okay, so we've got our science running again in the most Gleba way possible. We've got to, what, something like 97% of planet Aquilo done, and then run out of our 2.2 thousand spoilage. That's probably all... yeah, this 2.2 thousand spoilage here is going to be the science that we needed to get to Aquilo. So now we've got to do that again. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, we'll have to move ships around as well. Do you have the fuel? Yeah, you have the fuel to go and do this thing again. These ships are continuing to annoy me. We knew this was going to be a problem. We've got Gleba a bit more carbon, but we also don't really... Yeah, we haven't fixed this properly, and at this point I am kind of inclined to not really... Oh, unless we could... Wait, you're only getting spoilage from one place. So in fact, if we could just have a little request chest here for regular spoilage, that could be the way that we get slightly more reliable carbon, because we've now, in theory, stabilized it with request bots. Are we kicking out? You're actually... Are we inserter bottlenecked? We are. Might actually be inserter bottlenecked. Do we have better? We have a couple of better inserters. Did we bring any blue belt? Did we bring any blue belt? Did we make any blue belt? Yes. This was going to be one of the things I was thinking about. Where... Because we kind of need to upgrade the splitter as well, which means we would need lubricant, which we have. We would need gears. Amazing. Not super close to getting the amount of science we need to finish this off, but whatever. I think we're just going to... Yeah, we're going to hang around here until we get enough science. We don't want to go up to human and then have to come back to make something work again and then leave again. But that's going to be... Then do we also want... Do we want to take these rocket turrets with us? Maybe? How many do we stack to? 10? Okay, give me 10 of these. Definitely feeling like we've... Wait, how did we... This is the nutrient blockage we were wondering about. How did we do this? We've not got nutrients here. I don't know how we didn't get nutrients again, but somehow we didn't get nutrients again. I was about to say it was time to take all the stuff away from Gleba, but somehow... Yo, these guys have set to rocket fuel again. Yeah, Gleba is still not stable, which is funny, because I was congratulating myself with how we'd done that. Why? Because you don't have any... Why don't you... Ah, that's how we did it. This jelly... Yeah, we're making all the jellies. All the jellies are going on this belt. They're wandering around here. We're not fully using them for their power. They end up on this belt and going into this recycling system. But we don't use all of them. And then there's nowhere for these biochambers to put their seeds because the jelly's blocked. Then we don't get any Yamako mash. Then we don't get any bioflux. Then we don't get any nutrients. So amazing. There's like a 12-step way in which Gleba dies, which is super cool. Okay, let's just get all of this stuff up to human so we can take all these things with us. Is there anything else I want to take with me? Maybe some trees. Do we want to put those? I mean, at some point we're going to want those on different planets, don't we? Okay, whatever. Let's just evacuate some more biochambers. I'm pretty sure somewhere there are biochambers we can... Yeah, this is... we'll eventually want biochambers somewhere else. Okay, deliver that to human. Put the rest of these biochambers back over here, and then we want to... Essentially, I think we can fix this problem by having a storage mechanism here. If we do that and then get rid of this overflow. but this means that you get slightly fewer jellies. I think I'm probably okay with that. And yeah, then we need to clear, and then also because we changed this as well, yeah. Ways that we're still not super happy with the rocket fuel not doing what it needs to. Maybe we can... I think what we can do is maybe do a thing here where we say... Maybe this works, maybe it doesn't, maybe we're just going to break everything again. Rocket fuel on the left, so these guys only ever see rocket fuel, and then what spins around is anything that's not rocket fuel. And then down here we can just go back to boxing everything so that it spoils. That's probably fine. But yeah, then we still need to get these nutrients into these machines so that we can get everything running again. We're going to need to restart the bacteria as well. That's a little bit of a shame. Oh wait, all this normal spoilage. I know where I want normal spoilage. Not as a particularly great use of normal spoilage, but yeah, just normal spoilage down there. Thanks. Okay, I think the secondary problem we're going to face, having somewhat stabilized most of this, is that we're going to fill up this store with jelly, and then all of this is going to back up, and we're going to have the same problem in a different way, which is super cool. So maybe we can... can we rate out... Can we replace this red belt with an inserter so we're only pulling... Actually, you know what I think we do? I think we do some cheap, nasty hack. And we go... I mean, because how would we get... Yeah, so I think what we do instead is we get rid of this feature. We, yeah, put some of the stuff into the box. Yeah, and then we just have, first of all, we have more storage, and then, do bots even have all of these? Yes, good. And then also, oh yes, because my bots are off. We only unpack this jelly when it has spoiled. And so these boilers should do a great job of trashing all of this stuff, and then we can just move all of this around. Hopefully we have a big enough storage here to capture all the jelly that we've got, and otherwise I just don't think we care. I think we just move on. Yeah, because I was thinking about figuring out how to... Yeah, these guys are still looking for ways to get seeds out because we blocked this whole belt up. That's the thing we want to avoid, is blocking these belts with things. But I think we're just going to make all of the jellies. We're going to box all of the jellies. We're going to wait for them to go off. We're going to ingest them into these boilers. It's going to be fine. Is the rest of copper and iron have died again? Okay, we're just going to presume that Gleba is fixed and not really look at it. We should have... I mean, we definitely have enough science on human now to get the Aquilo research done, which means we just need to get that back to Novice. We also need to worry about doing these ships better. So I don't really want to be manually moving these things around, even though that's what we are kind of doing at the moment. Oh well. We may still be seriously overcooking ship design, he said, testing how they get from planet to planet in editor mode, but I am pretty happy with how this is shaken out and how it kind of looks a bit more like a ship now rather than a brick. We're using all of the rare parts because we've got them sitting around, and that's fine. Rare crushes that we don't really need. Yeah, we wanted We wanted something with fewer engines that took a little longer to get from place to place so that it could manufacture in all the ammo and fuel it needed in a steady state. We ended up with a thing that's significantly faster. So we had to go to uncommon assembly machines, uncommon furnaces, just to keep up with ammo production, because this thing is getting from place to place faster, which is a bit of a concern. And if we look at, if we go to map view, can we get both of these on the screen at once? If we look at the old brick versus the new ship, it's got the same amount of stuff, slightly more stuff in a smaller space. We've got 4 crushers, we've got the same 4 furnaces, we've got 1 chem plant on cubes in each kind of fuel. What did we clip out in order to save all of this space? Well, we've gone from 7 engines down to 3, and then this pipe interface is just a whole lot cleaner. And then we've got this kind of cheeky water storage in here as well, which I like a lot. We've got fewer guns, we dropped off all the storage, we no longer have as much collection. We're pretty much just collecting from the front, where we expect to be going and shooting things. It's all very much a plan about going forwards and shooting the rocks out of the way and picking them up and all that kind of stuff. But I like the way it's also ended up with kind of these stages in a what might be a realistic way. I don't know that much about spaceship design, but we've got kind of a combat and collection and control section at the front, followed by kind of a processing loop, a whole pile of sushi stuff on the belt, which I like. We've got 1 gun turret at the back, hopefully doing all the defense, although it's also the gun turret that gets ammunition last, so that's kind of sketch. We've got a whole lot of stuff where we are de-sushiing all the things that the fuel and then drive section needs, so that we've got other buffers here for these machines to keep working. In practice, they've always got enough stuff and are always just running, so that's kind of fine. We've got a couple of accumulators, because it turns out when we're around Fulgora in particular, we don't quite have enough solar panels, but with a couple of accumulators, that's all like balanced out and fine. I like the way this calcite in particular loops around the outside of this belt, and then this inserter checks to see, of the 2 tanks, can we mostly keep the fuel volumes balanced and only provide calcite when that's straightening things out. Are we going to take a hit here? Probably. Oh well, never mind. And yeah, this is all set up so that we don't have any asteroid parts in the hub, because one of the things about not having any storage is that we've got to fit all the science and everything we want in here, as well as a bit of ammunition, because some of these gun turrets are taking directly from the hub. But that means, also, asteroids on the belt are just a whole lot more effective than stacked in the hub. And then we've got this kind of nice chalice design where the sushi belt with ammunition on one side and all the asteroid stuff going all the way around the outside. We're gonna need some repair packs. We're gonna need a bit of extra platform. Oh well. And then these uncommon furnaces have an extra belt which kind of dips out the side over here. We've got these inserters over here, which we can set to down here's probably a better place to demonstrate this. This one that's almost dead. If this belt has backed up somehow and we need to yeet something off it to make things run again, we can. We've got these inserters to just grab things that might be on the belt that are blocking things and unstick them by yeeting them into space, which is nice. I think that's a good thing that we are going to attempt to continue to have, just that kind of flexibility. And then we have some ammunition in the hub. We also have ammunition on the outside of the belt, and then if we send any ammo up, we can move that to the outside of the belt. We will also take ammunition from the belt, and we'll have at most 96 bits of ammo in the hub. And then whether or not we take ammunition from the belt and put it in the hub depends on this combinator that says, make sure we've got 5 ammo in the hub, or if we are stationary, go up to 90 ammunition in the hub. And so we can buffer some amount of ammunition while we're static, but then while we're moving, the ammo will continue going around the belt to the other gun turrets. And it's all a bit of a mess. We are still struggling for the amount of ammunition that we make. I do like the way that we've got rare gun turrets in the middle, uncommon, and then stepping down to common on the outside. So this asteroid here, which is, you know, kind of on the edge of collection range, is also kind of at the edge of the range of all of our kinds of turrets. So I like the way that ties itself together. And yeah, pretty nice ship, pretty compact, seems to be doing everything that it needs it to. We are going to have to worry about exactly how we fit all the things we want to be moving around in this space without having any more storage there. And yeah, that meant that we could have, I think this inserter solves this guy's bottleneck issues, and then this inserter takes ice, and then all of this stuff is kicked out over here, which is slightly more effective. Yeah, these two collectors put directly on the belt, and then the other two collectors, just because of space and layout and because of, again, overcooking the ship to be more compact than it needs to be, put things in the hub which come back out again. That's all kind of fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have multiple ships on each route so that we can move around smaller amounts of stuff more effectively. But that's also completely fine, and I think I'm also completely fine with this pretty silly just time passed at each location, because it's entirely self-fueled. Like, it gets the fuel and the materials it needs by driving through space. It's not like we have to resupply this with ships from anywhere else. It can just drive around and pick up the asteroids at once and shoot the other asteroids out the way and deliver small amounts of fuel. And how much stuff does this thing need in total? 670 foundation? Sure. I think we're going to be pretty careful about manually feeding the exact number of things we need to launch up so that we don't end up with extra stuff. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty fine. I think I'm pretty happy with this as a ship. Okay, Disaster Gleamer Adventure, little ship design editor mode, palette cleanser. We're back on Novice. I kind of wanted to be on Vulcanus, but never mind. We got like 2 of the 4 things we wanted done this episode to prepare going to Aquilo. We've now got all of the science, which means that, yeah, Aquilo, jump forwards in the queue, will finish the mining productivity, much better than rare pod mod 1s in a mining drill. All these guys are blue science. I'm happy waiting for blue science. Okay, fine. So that's the first thing done. The second thing, which we also now have, is this nice little ship design thing, which I guess I mean, since we're here, we may as well commission some more platforms, because I'm pretty sure we got platforms, and build new space platform, Life 79, congratulations, yeah. So I think we want another 2 platforms, and we're back in. What are you waiting on? You're waiting on blue chips. Really? Okay, whatever. How many blue chips do you need per thing? 20? Let's get another 5 platforms. I think Sour Sun we are going to use as a different kind of blueprint thing. Vendias is going to be Vendias and Lifer, and then actually let's Human. What are you actually doing right now? You're in orbit around Novice. You've got some stuff that we actually wanted to take to Folgora. So do you have the fuel to do that? No. Okay, I was gonna just drop this thing and start rebuilding it, but also like take off a lot of its guns because we want to move those around as well. Okay, stuff you can just leave at Novice, I guess. Sure, feels pretty bad, but whatever. And then, yeah, give me all of these as well. Maybe we should launch you some regular gun turrets so we could turn these back to non-special gun turrets. But yeah, we're going to fly this LDS around to a couple of places before we worry about that. Yeah, other things, especially as we've now got super beacon silos, we can, oh yeah, here's all my stuff. Why? Oh, because you're just really slow. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to need platforms particularly quickly anyway. Yeah, other things to do. Other things that I realized we could do is on Gleba. Hopefully it's still running. Hey, it looks like it actually might still be running. Future, do you have You are waiting on... Okay, that's great. That's actually where we want it to be. But I did realize that we could do a couple of these things differently. Like, we have yellow belt around here, and the amount of jelly falling through makes it look like this isn't going to make a difference. But the first idea is if we downgrade some of the stuff, then if we do fill up on jellies and it... Yeah, we're not actually making that many, are we? Oh, well, never mind. So this isn't going to rate the amount of... Actually, it never would, because it was already downgrading to a half belt here anyway, so that achieved nothing. Oh, well. Okay, so let's put that back. Never mind. The second idea, yeah, now we're onto the Aquilo research, this is good, is we're actually going to circuit condition this box here and have this one only run if we have more than, say, 300 spoilage. And then, if, yay, we can go to Aquilo. If we make this thing a request box, which I don't think bots have. Oh no, bots do have. Now if we make this thing a request box, then we can request the spoilage out of it to places that want spoilage, which is actually the power grid. Okay, you no longer request basic spoilage, because the only place we want to be requesting basic spoilage is down here into the carbon, which is the plan. And then do we have more of these around? We probably have more of these around. Let's make carbon at an increased rate, because it's not actually super fast. Do we care about the prod mods here? I don't think we do. I kind of want to efficiency module some of that, just because of nutrient costs, but also whatever. And because we don't really care about the productivity. Okay, so this should give us a way of getting more carbon out, which should get us more carbon fiber, which should keep us making, where are they? These rocket turrets, which is great. Okay, everything is still running here, so let's stop looking at it before it breaks. And then, did we get all of the uncommon module upgrades over here? And we are down to 40%, 47% power usage with vast amounts of stuff. Enjoying that quite a lot. We probably have the modules somewhere. Enough modules to all the way over here. We probably have enough to... Yeah, we have another 100. Okay, I wasn't expecting this many, but we will go and put these in some mining drills somewhere, because we've got a couple of other patches to upgrade. These 30 efficiency modules, I think we could actually use these on ships, so that we can... Because, for example, these two don't exist yet, maybe soon. These crushers... Currently minus 60. If we gave these... Is this human? This is actually human? Do we have... Not quite enough fuel yet. If we upgraded some of these efficiency modules, we could get these down to minus 80%. And then... Oh yeah, I was gonna send up turrets and solar panels, wasn't I? Just to downgrade the rest of the stuff. We can reduce the solar need for these kinds of ships even more, which I like. Okay, we are going to run around, put some more mining drills in, grab a bunch of this stuff. How much does this brick we will no longer use by? We are going to be doing everything with this, which is 670 foundation. Okay, we're going to send some foundation up to space. Now in-game we have Vendius built. We've still got, I mean, we're around Novice, we didn't have the fancy collectors or the fancy thrusters, but we've got enough stuff to at least get this starting to manufacture things. We've got all the guns we need, we're starting to make the bullets we'll need to get to... I think Fulgora has, yeah, it's Fulgora that has the fancy upgraded drive equipment. We've got upgraded... I was going to use rares here, wasn't I? We're at minus 78%. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. Turns out science is dead because of blue science, because of red chips, because Fulgora's not quite exporting enough, but also because the red chip manufacture on Novice is affected because of crude oil impacting plastic. So there's a bunch of things we can do about this. First of all, where's, yeah, rare prod mod 2s. You guys can all have a bunch of rare prod mod 2s in the refineries, and I guess also in the plastic. Why not? They were already uncommons. Let's go faster as well, because why not? And then we're just going to take some of these modules to pump jacks, because that's going to be... Yeah, we'll just module all of this as well. Oh, we probably should have just done this with an upgrade planner. Okay, I think our 2 new ships are ready. We've got all the guns. We still don't have all these upgrades, but whatever. I think we are... Yeah, the only things we need to get are these 2 other accumulators, which we're not going to bother with yet. We're probably still fine. Yeah, let's give them... Let's give these things a science taxi schedule, and then we need to redo this differently because we don't have the inventory space that we used to. So let's clip off the chip requests. Let's actually, yeah, let's fire you off to Gleba to pick up any... Actually, let's go to... No, yeah, we'll go to Gleba first. We won't worry about the upgrading the parts later. But I think all of these requests are going to have to come down because we just don't have the space for it. So instead of 4,000, let's just request 2,000, and we're going to address this by just having more ships doing these loops. I don't think we actually need to worry about having... yeah, I don't think we need to worry about... Start requesting science taxi, yeah. I don't think we need to worry about these requests being as big because we can just take this thing and also drop it on this as well, and then send you straight to Fulgora. Why not? The weird thing about, as long as that's, yeah, that's what's fine. I was worried it was going to be the new ships. The thing about these quite silly time schedules is that we don't really need to worry about these guys backing up at all. And they're not going to be as fast as they would like to be. Yeah, 250, we'd really like this to be 300 once we get these guys upgraded. But we don't have to worry about that yet. I think that what this means is these other ships, we can just take the science taxi requests off. So Ventus is doing a thing. Human, we have also now fully reconfigured except for the accumulators, and then we've dropped everything else down we don't need. We've got kind of backup armor for whatever. Where else were we going? Grundolf. Grundolf wants to... I guess this means Grundolf is not going to be doing any of these requests anymore and is going to go to Narvis, and we are going to rebuild Grundolf as well, I guess. We do want to yeet all of this ice out the way, and then I guess all of these modules are going to just sit in the storage hub. Oh well, whatever. So Gleba has died again for a new and entertaining different reason. This time we've backed up Bioflux. We've fully backed up Bioflux Oh well. Uh, we've actually got almost all of the science out of this, and so I don't actually think we care. We can still build more rockets, except we also don't need to. I don't even think I might. How did we stop making? How did we? Should one of these? Oh, we're not actually directly taking from a belt anywhere. This one is taking specifically bioflux, but then not filling up this chest. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just leave Gleba not working for a bit and probably don't care. So let's just turn off all of the... yeah, but just that this is a control box that turns off all the towers. We have some amount of Gleba science still sitting around in these chests, right? How much of this stuff? You know, a couple of thousand? Is that... I mean, because I did want the stronger explosives and more health. Maybe we get some of those done. Overall, I don't think I care. We've got... I mean, we could do Spidertron stuff, but I don't think we bother. We also don't really want the quality now. I mean, plastic productivity... A variety of things that would have been nice, but ultimately, I just don't think I care. Yeah, we'll just put some useful things in the queue. It'll be fine. Oh, asteroid productivity was probably a thing I wanted, but also we don't strictly need it yet. Sure, just put some things in the queue. It'll be fine. I think what this does mean is a future. How much fuel do you have at the moment? Are you still doing fuel slowly? That's a little bit of a shame. We've got a new plan for you. You are no longer going to be doing most of these. Yeah, we'll get rid of all the science taxi stuff. Send you to Fulgora to drop off all this LDS, and then yeah, we are planning new things for you. First of all, get rid of all these landmines because yeah, we actually do this with a deconstruction plan, can't we? Because we no longer need these landmines on this ship. It's not good. But we've also got some other plans for future, which we'll get back to in a bit. It does need more fuel. So Grondolf is also around Novus. Do we just use this opportunity to fully rebuild Grondolf as well? I think we do. How much space do we have in our... Where is it? In our storage bay, we have not much space. Okay, we don't need all the platform. There's a lot of stuff we can just get out of this thing because it doesn't need to be here at all. Is this now enough space? Yeah, all of this random stuff from ships we were building and then pulling back. Okay, is this now enough space to drop everything down from Grundorf so we can start to rebuild that ship as well? I think it might be. Yeah, because we've got, okay, all of these modules, all of this science. The ice cubes we don't really care about. We do want to start... Yeah, I think this is going to work. I think we can then just start clipping everything off the front of the Grundolf and just continuing with the rebuild. I mean, I guess we're committing to it now. Yeah, bye. Okay, so Grundolf is down to not much stuff left. The thing we are going to need to do is, press the right buttons. We want to get rid of all of the, specifically the ice cubes and the iron ore, because we don't want this stuff faffing up. Yeah, we just need to get all this stuff, press the buttons, get all this stuff out the way so that we can free up this inventory space. This is also a lot more bullets that we're going to want. It's a lot more, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we actually need about that much platform. And so, okay, yeah, you guys go faster. We'll empty out this inventory space. We don't need a number of these things. Yeah, these go uncommon. These go to rare. There's some stuff we need to... Yeah, we don't need nearly as many of these. There's some more stuff we've got to send up to Grondolf, but otherwise we can very nearly, once we clean out this Ice Cube inventory, because basically we've got to drop all of this stuff off as well, because we don't use these cargo bays in the new pattern. But yeah, we're going to have Grondolf going to Volcanus with the new design as well. Oh wait, we're still... Except we're also still going... Let's just check in on these and see how they're doing. Looks like we're doing fine. Looks like we have a ton of ammunition. Looks like we aren't too full. Maybe everything is doing what it should. Okay, Grondolf is now built. I think we're getting things we wanted to get done today. Yeah, so we've got automation, which is great. Glieber's still kind of dead, so I might just take it off the schedules. We might also just not care and restart it later. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to... Yeah, I realize that I have too much stuff. We are going to travel to Fulgora with Grondolf. And travel to Grondolf. We're going to go to Fulgora because Fulgora has the rare ship parts. We need to upgrade all of these to their desired positions. I remember I said I wanted to go to Volcanus, and we haven't done that. We've gone to Fulgora instead, but I'm still kind of okay with that. Yeah, we're going to head down to Fulgora, because it strikes me that, like, I think we can leave the regular crushers, and I don't think we're contested for crusher throughput on that ship design at all. But we need to give these ships 4 rare grabbers. Is Fulgora's still kind of running it? That's nice. We have somewhere... down where I forget even where we built these things. Somewhere. Oh yeah, over here. We need... Yeah, we're going to leave the crushers. If we get all of the rare thrusters, and then actually let's bump all of these chests up to 2 stacks. Yeah, give me crushers, give me grabbers, give me all of these things at rare, because if we give 3 and 4 is exactly a ton. Huh, that's not... I didn't realize we had planned it quite that well, but whatever, we'll take it. Actually, Grondolf and Leofia do that thing. Yeah, this one... You can still do science if we get around to it. We're going to send these parts up to these spaceships. Where are you at the moment? How far are you away? Yeah, you wait here. Actually, no, we've got heaps of time on the schedule. We can just add the upgraded parts when you get here. It's going to be fine. Okay, so now we've got the rare equipment. Grondolf also is... Yeah, we only gave it a couple of solar panels, didn't we? So I think this means that... this is actually fine if this is the craft that's going to Volcanus all the time. The only reason we need these better solar panels and these accumulators is if we were going to go to Fulgora a lot, and I don't think we are. If we're here, are we doing the things on Fulgora we want to now? I don't think we are. I think we are just making sure that Lily is still doing the things it needs to. It's, yeah, not getting any of this science, that's fine. Just keep doing that stuff. Vendius, yeah, Sour Sun. we do need... So let's move on to the third thing, which is figuring out a plan for a ship that can go to Aquilo, maybe. New plan, entertaining times for future. So we do want all of the low density structure at Fulgora. That's kind of why we brought it all over here. We're struggling to make enough of it. We're moving chips around. We're moving chips from Fulgora to other places as soon as... Oh, because we have no storage on the planet, do we? Oh, well, never mind. What we're going to do with Future next, because Future has, to be honest, just a little bit of a boring name, and you never learn as much as you could if you only ever do things that you think will work. So instead of that, what's this, a cargo landing pad? I don't think I care about any of... All of this stuff is not particularly expensive, we won't miss it. Why don't you try to go to Aquilo? I am not expecting this to work. In fact, I'm pretty sure this won't work because we haven't given it any rocket turrets. And rocket turrets are, if we look at Aquilo, if we can find it quickly, rocket turrets actually a prerequisite for Aquilo. So I think this is going to go super badly. And yeah, we're going to learn something new by trying something that we don't think will work. This also goes to, it's a 30 kilometer distance rather than a 15 kilometer distance, but this is going to be pretty exciting. We are going to send a ship to Aquilo. It's probably going to explode. Yeah, these are big new asteroids, big oxide asteroids. We have not encountered any of those at all, and it's also just draining all of our bullets. 2,000 physical resistance. This thing here is going to destroy the entire ship, probably. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye to the entire ship. I wonder what happens if we sever all of the platform. We don't actually sever all of the platform because we did so much damage to the asteroid with our face that we destroyed the asteroid. So far we have been... Yeah, that's what I was expecting to happen, in the sort of way of we clip off the foundation connection to the rest of the ship and it all explodes, Galaxy Trucker style. I will be a little bit disappointed if this ship does actually get to Aquilo. I was very much planning on it just getting trashed. But also the issue we might have here is we might run out of fuel, not actually be able to... Yeah, that's so disappointing. Does not even get a warrior's burial. I guess it does later. We're just gonna, continue flailing in your sad manner. You had both of your arms and legs clipped off and are just gonna sit around in space. But we have proven the thing that we wanted to, which is this workhorse very bad at getting to Aquilo. Oh yeah, things that were kind of obvious. We kind of need to make these filters look for iron ore, because we did have... Yeah, these ones are fine, and they're probably mode locked once it starts to get going. Actually, why did we... Oh, because we had iron plate in the hub. And that's why Grundolf put the ore on the belt. We don't usually need to worry about these filters at all, except for when we accidentally get some iron plate in the hub and then we kick it out onto the belt and then we start making steel, and that's why Grundolf was having problems. Probably we don't need to worry about it now though, but yeah, if we can junk steel out of the hub because we kind of don't care but we don't have any, it's fine. Yeah, we've got enough fuel, but we are just going to hang around here until we make a bit more ammunition. And that's why Grundolf was not making as much ammunition as we would like. Okay, let's check whether or not the others are fine with this, because we did not have any iron plate in the hub. We were just, grabbing the ore off the belt. Okay, that's fine. So we have also cooked up this slightly larger version of a ship that maybe gets to Aquilo. I actually have no idea. We're gonna build this in the actual game and then fire it off and see if it does. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. With much of the same plan. We've got We've got a belt that just runs around the outside. We've got a bunch of crushers that are putting things on the inside of the belt. The outside is now ammunition and also, yeah, bullets and also rockets. And then we're checking, yeah, this piece of belt uh, runs when we don't have enough rockets and allows stuff into the rocket manufacturer, and then counts the rockets that are on the whole belt going all the way around the outside. And yeah, much of the same thing with slightly different layout. Okay, twice as much ammunition. We are recycling some asteroids, which I think at this point is probably just redundant. Still looking pretty ship-like, still concentrating on just going forwards and shooting rocks out of the way and then collecting mostly from the front. But we've also got, yeah, down here, gun turrets at the back. I think we're also going to struggle. I think one of the reasons why this doesn't work yet, we've got more thrusters, more fuel. We should be close to making a steady state amount of fuel if we're running these all the time. Not completely, but close. But I think one of the issues we're going to have, I think there are going to be 3 or 4 reasons why this ship doesn't work as a thing going to Aquilo. And one of those is, first of all, just not enough solar power. Second of all is, these rocket turrets are simultaneously not far enough to the front of the ship to shoot asteroids in time to clear them before we hit them. Probably, I actually have no idea. But also not covering the back of the ship, but also at the same time shooting things we don't care about that are way too far away from either being a threat or a collection range. So yeah, let's de-target these at the moment so they'll shoot other things, because I also want to show off the way we make rockets here, which I like quite a lot, even though I'm pretty sure this plan is just not going to work, but never mind, moving on. Yeah, we've got over here around the outside, we've got this thing making the sulfur and the carbon. We kick some of the carbon into the chemical plant that makes the coal, because of the... Yeah, this is a build that doesn't mirror. This only works because of the particular orientation that it's getting. That we're getting extra carbon through here, which we can use to make coal. If we have... Yeah, this inserter checks to see whether or not we have a shortage of sulfur in the explosives, and if so, move some of the sulfur across. This inserter is also checking this belt to only run if we have, yeah, no carbon from this crusher, so that we can continue to make coal. And I kind of like the little way this all arranges itself, and then these furnaces go underneath, and I'm pretty sure we could have 4 things making rockets if we wanted to, but because explosives are 2 every 4 seconds, so 4 every 4 seconds with 2 plants, and then these rocket making things are 1 every... Yeah, we could have 4 of these at uncommon quality, because the building speed is pretty close to 1. Yeah, and then let's also... Can we turn these off again so that we can... Yeah, we are quite a long way from the rockets filling up the belt again. Yeah, and then again, just trying to tune these values to figure out how many rockets we need floating around this belt on the outside. And yeah, the thing is, we go somewhat above the number the limit is set as, because even once the outside belt fills up and this belt of ingredients stops, we still process all of these things out into rockets as well. But also, you know, that's kind of fine. Is there anything else I wanted to say about this one? Yeah, double the amount of fuel, this nice little delineated thing where we are caching ice cubes on both sides of the belt, as well as in tanks, which is also kind of fine. Yeah, more storage on this one, because this is a ship we're trying to take to Aquilo. Pretty much the same stuff. We don't have the... We don't... Oh no, we do have the inserters that can yeet things off the belt if everything gets jammed up, but we can't easily... I guess we could do it down here. We could take things out of the hub if we needed to free the hub from whatever. Overall, yeah, design I'm pretty happy with. Looks pretty nice, a little bit bigger than the other ships. I don't think it's going to work. Secondary editor mode ship design sabbatical complete. We now have, which one? Is it this one? Yeah, this nice little pattern of quite a big ship. We rode Human back to Novice, and we also brought with us a pile of, okay, this is more accumulators than we need, but we did count the number of cargo bays and collectors and crushers and thrusters that, and also brought the rocket turrets that we will need to build this big new design. And we also, we're going to use Human for the stuff taxi. We have the science taxi with these other, with the other ships, and we can just, run Human around moving all this, moving red chips and blue chips from Fulgora, LDS from Gleba, which currently isn't running. And then also I reckon we bring flying robot frames from Fulgora back to Novice. Maybe we talk about that in a bit. But otherwise, I probably should have checked the fuel, but also the whole plan of these guys is not having to check the fuel anymore, so whatever. And then we've also got a number of items that we've kind of counted out that we're going to send up to Solar Sun. Get all this stuff up there. Solar Sun, Sour Sun. I think I realized that I actually wanted 2 more of these as well, for reasons we'll talk about, but actually we can fit more stuff in there as well. And then Sour Sun, we'll get this guy, go to the map view, go to Sour Sun, smash this into place. We'll get some of this stuff, but we don't want any of these schedules on this guy. I think we're just going to we're going to send up all of the thrusters and stuff like that, and then we're going to turn on we're going to just let these rockets supply it with platform, because there's quite a lot to go up, right? 1.4 thousand platform. We probably have close to that sitting around. The platform isn't the concern. The fact that we've now got to put up something like, do I have another Prod Mod 3? No. We've got like something like 70 rockets. So while that's going, we're going to go replace the mining in the north. So that ship is now item 3 of the 4 or 5 we've been talking about. Item 1 is do the Aquilo research. Item 2 is get some ships going around the inner planets. That's going fine. Item 3 is design a ship that can get to Aquilo. Maybe, as much as we're going to. Item 4 is figure out what we want to take to Aquilo, which we still haven't really done, and that's kind of connected to, do all the mall stuff we need to make sure we can do that we can take everything we want to and have it all available. Which is also, connected to reasons why we want to go to Fulgora again. Item number 5 is potter around these inner planets and do whatever upgrades we want to be... Do we have some... Oh no, we upgraded all these to 2, didn't we? 1 to 47. Do we have this many mining? Sure, we'll do that. Item 5 is do whatever upgrades we kind of want to on the inner planets, so that everything continues to tick over nicely when we are in Aquilo. This is all going to be easier, isn't it? Like a whole lot easier? Because we only need 2 of these on either side of every red belt, and this was only ever a mining outpost that wanted 2 red belts worth of stuff. So I think we can do all of that pretty easily. And then can we just... you might have also noticed from the editor mode with that Lily was missing, and we actually designed that ship before we'd seen future attempts to get to Aquilo, and as we've seen, fail. So I'm still... I mean, I don't think that ship is going to work, but we're going to... Like, I hope it will. we're going to equip it as if it will. We're not going to get in it. We're just going to do a test flight to see if it gets there first. But we are going to hope that that ship, which is probably still getting built pretty nicely. Can we have... Yeah, get all the stuff out of my infantry. How is it doing? We are... Oh yeah, because we need to downgrade all of the stuff as well. It actually looks like it's fully built. Yeah, so issues here include we don't have enough regular efficiency modules, but we are picking a bunch of those up when we're reorganizing this mining. We also need... This is one of the reasons why we want to go to Fulgora. We've got to get... yeah, all of these really need to... Oh, we didn't send up... Decider combinators? We did send up decider combinators. We just, for some reason, had the rare things set in the blueprint. These are all doing what they should. Cool. And the efficiency modules we need to send up as well. We've got everything else, but also we need rare chem plants for the fuel loop. So that's going to be the other thing that we set up. But we did, I believe, send up enough normal chem plants, but we also don't have... Yeah, we sent up a bunch of rare efficiency modules. Queue these guys, because we want one of these in each crusher. And then we also want... Yeah, there's a couple more crushers around the place. We also want them in both of these chem plants because we are prod modding for ice cubes, even though we probably don't need to. This craft is going to struggle because we don't have the efficiency modules we need to make all of this, you know, fit in the power profile at all. I think that's all of them. Oh no, wait, there's another crusher up here, isn't there? But we also need the better solar panels. So this is, I guess it's going to be filling up the accumulators. Weren't there also some spaces... Is there a space in here that I can fit an accumulator? And we could probably do some underground stuff over here, and maybe one in here. Did we send up any extra undergrounds? We did. In that case, we shall. So this is an outpost that requires more stuff, that's fine. We've also got a pile of modules to go back and upgrade again, so all that's going to be... Yeah, we're just going to come back with more stuff later. Yeah, give me all the stuff. Give me all the stuff. So Sawasan is fully built now. We are just struggling in Novice orbit to get the rocks it needs. Yeah, all the requests are done. We've got a couple of other accumulators around the place. We're starting to make rockets. These are set to only shoot the big asteroids, which is fine, and ignoring everything else. And then all the guns are set to only be shooting the medium and small asteroids, so as to not waste ammunition on the big ones. And yeah, I think we... Oh, that's going to be the issue, isn't it? The ice making grabber is here for the calcite, but the ice melting for rockets and explosives is grabbing everything with priority, which is going to be an interesting situation. I think we need to... Okay, so this one here checks for calcite. I think we're also going to tie... We're going to check that we have at least 6 calcite on the belt so we can make fuel before we grab any ice to make more rockets, which long term we might want to get rid of, because I don't think we're going to struggle for fuel long term, but we do want to be able to get, yeah, water down here. And okay, so we've got some fuel. Great, this is where we want it to be. This means that we can just go, you know, start to go to Gleba. You're not going to succeed or get very far at all, but we should be able to push out this push this first cycle of fuel into getting a little bit into space to where we can hopefully find some better rocks that we can then use to... Yeah, so that's all of the thrust we've got. We're going to slow down and kind of fall back to novice, but we are going to grab a whole lot of these other rocks, which should hopefully do a decent job of getting the industry online. And then, yeah, you just don't really worry about going to Gleba. We don't actually care. What we wanted was that spurn of rocks, so we can get, yeah, a decent amount of stuff on the belt, a decent amount of ice cubes making calcite and things like that. Yeah, we need to get... This is what we wanted to see. Yeah, okay, we're online now. We can come back a bit later when that is fully fueled. We're going to let it fall back to Novice orbit so we can take it somewhere. Yeah, it's fine. We can upgrade this mining? I don't really think we are. Like, we've got... Okay, we don't actually have any spare fancy rocks. We've got enough fuel because that's how the Coverix is prioritizing, but we are just going to turn the rest of this into fancy rocks and then turn that into nukes. And I don't think we bother about upgrading this at all. I think we just forget about it. I did also think that... okay, so Gleba has run out of power now. That's fine. That's not unexpected. I think, and we can jumpstart it pretty easily because one of these boxes doesn't have outputs. So yeah, we should probably not be capturing some fuel when we restart this, but not worry about the quality because we're not doing quality rocket fuel here. I think one of the things that happened that made this all worse, yeah, rare speed module 3. I don't think we actually wanted that much jelly nuts. I think when I was hand feeding nutrients or maybe hand feeding jelly nuts or maybe Yamakos or something like that, I think I accidentally upgraded some of these modules past what we wanted, which meant that we were making too much bioflux and too much jelly, and the jelly blocking these nut outputs was the problem. Although at this point, I mean, we don't actually need the seed output over here, because the seed output still could just go here. But I think I want to look at 21 versus 3 and then 6 and then 3.2. Yeah, we don't want to module these hard. I'm going to go back between episodes and remodule this and turn Gleba back on, and I think that's mostly going to be our problem. Probably fixed, maybe. We might not look at it again, because we do want Gleba to be making low density structure, because one of the things we are doing with it is we are shipping it into orbit via Human, who's just wandering around doing all this kind of stuff actually in Gleba at the moment, and taking it to Fulgora that I was also looking at, because Fulgora has a little bit of an LDS shortage, which we knew was a thing, and so we were sending it via logistics network as well. But I think we're going to change this to a larger request, because one of the other things Fulgora is also doing was actually requesting it into the yellow science because it just doesn't have that much LDS, which was also why we're going to try to ship flying robot frames back, which we do have. Okay, let's have more flying robot frames around. Yeah, we do have them around, and so the thing I didn't want to do was, you know, be bringing over low density structure, turning it into yellow science. I was even considering flying low density structure over from Navas, but that just seemed particularly silly. So we might just make more yellow science on Navas using the flying robot frames that are here, because everything else is boosted nicely as well. And then, yeah, other weird Fulgora things. I was looking at these thinking, how have we not managed to satisfy these module requests yet? These have been blinking for a while, and I was just expecting Fulgora to get on with it. And then I realized, rare module 2s. We don't have any rare module 2s, because all the rare module 2s are being upgraded over here into, yeah, a large number of rare module 3s. So, who wants rare module 2s? You kind of don't matter, but all of these uncommon grade module makers that are trying to upgrade their qualities, we can do that over there. Maybe some of these recyclers, although no, we're not really hitting those particularly hard. all of, yeah, these module makers down here, they could have the rear module 3s. That's going to be valuable. And then, yeah, quality and these guys don't matter because we're already making them at rear, whatever. And then also we have 30 of these Tesla turrets that I don't have any particular plans for. So let's just stop making those because those rare superconductors are also what we need to be making the tier 3 quality modules, but also a shortage of blue chips, which I thought was weird, and then realized that we could look over here at the blue chip upgrading area, and we also could be moduling these differently. Oh wait, do we also have... These are already... Yeah, these are already the modules that we want to upgrade these things. And then, yeah, we've just run through the supply of blue chips at quality that we were using to upgrade. But then I was also poking around Fulgora and noticed that, yeah, so this is an item 5 of just make all the things better in the home areas. Yeah, we do have all of these uncommon quality green chips that we're using for science, and also a pile of rare quality blue chips. So I think also these modules here are some that we can upgrade as well. Should we have, yeah, this quality of module here and also here, and then we've got all of these green chips. We've also got all of these rare red chips somewhere as well. Do we want to upgrade these modules too? I think we do. Just Fulgora things. Which means that, yeah, all of these red chips, which I think means that we can get these blue chips wherever they are and turn these into a upgrade chest. I think bots have an upgrade chest. There we go. And yeah, be requesting at rare quality both green chips and red chips. Okay, cool. And then do we need to worry about... I don't think we care about this recycler at all, although uncommon quality modules seems pretty sad. And then over here I think we upgrade these modules as well. I think we go tier 2 rare for everything. Give it a bit of speed, give it a bit of productivity, get a couple more blue chips out, and we're down to just the silo on Gleba not having the stuff we want, and we should now have a bunch more rare blue chips which we can use for the, yeah, tier 3 module upgrades, which we've just smashed in a bunch of places. I think that's all getting better. And I think Sao-san has now kind of fallen back to novice orbit and has enough fuel for us to take it somewhere. And we've done, I think, all of the mining extension on novice we want to, so I think it might be time to go to Vulcanus, because there's still stuff we want to do there, but that we've been saying we want to do for ages and haven't. On Vulcanus to build a mall and check on the mining situation. These miners are all dead, that's kind of fine, not really worried about that. The other miners are probably, yeah, the train-fed coal is all the way over here and probably super healthy. Oh, we gave this tier 1 rare prod mods. Okay, that's fine. We're not worried about that at all, just Vulcanus things, I guess. And then the tungsten is also super fine. Not really worried about that either. Yeah, and then the giant module upgrader, we are... Oh, it is backed up. Oh well. This is not a thing we're going to fix here. We're not here for this. Yeah, this loop here is, in fact, all of these closed loop systems are, like, if you think about the amount of stuff on the counts of each different items on this belt, we've got, what, 3 different kinds of chips at potentially 3 qualities. So the contents of this belt is in a way a 9-dimensional space with a Manhattan metric is the word I wanted. We're doing a random walk with whatever happens to be on this belt, which is guaranteed to jam at some point, but we're not actually going to bother fixing it now, especially as, yeah, with a couple of those inserters tweaked, this will clear itself. We are here to maul some stuff and also repower this roboport because we'll need it. I guess we can just do a maul right here. This is the space we're going to use. We want, where are assemblers? Can we queue some assemblers? Do we actually have regular assemblers anyway? Here we go. Bunch of things we want. We want, not offshore pumps, we want solar panels, and we want chem plants at rare quality, because we know we need these for Aquilo. Do we not have this stuff? Do I not have bots? Do bots not have these? Okay, sure, we're gonna have to figure out how to do that as well. That's not really a problem. Yeah, then because Aquilo, like, we're going to take rare stuff to Aquilo as well. And Aquilo is a fluid place, which means I think pump jacks and also refineries. I don't know if we need these, but we're going to maul these at rare quality as well. Like, we've already got everything that we're going to maul. We're just going to do it better. And then also, we're going to get both mining drills and also foundries at rare quality as well, because I think that's going to be helpful. We'll maul all of this stuff. It's going to look super similar to what we've already got. In fact, somewhere on Novice, if we grab this little loop here that upgrades our efficiency modules, if we just grab this thing and drop it, say, here, except do this request chest again, because, yeah, we're going to request normal quality solar panels and it's going to be fine. And then, do we actually have... We don't have any more electromags. That's mildly inconvenient. I wonder if we could just clip some off... I wonder if we could just clip some off the side here, because we probably don't need as many blue chips anymore. Whatever, we're just going to be cheeky about it. These two are mine now. We're going to use these to upgrade the solar panels. This one is solar panels at rare quality. Do we not have any recyclers here? I have recyclers, and then I don't have bots. Why don't I have bots? And where can I get bots? Oh yeah, and then all the stacked belt stuff we haven't done anything with either. Why? No, over here. Give me, oh, here's the old uncommon bots. Okay, whatever. Things are fine. And we're losing flamethrowers on Novice? That is inconvenient. We've dropped a power connection somewhere. We've dropped a power connection over here. That is mildly hilarious. When we replaced that coal, which was also this episode, so these guys are going to be chewing along the wall. When we get this power pole built, which we do have radar range on, we should get all of this radar back, and we should be able to... Yeah, these guys are charging or something. We should have... Yeah, this guy's just going to be going all the way across the walls, and we should have some landmines, and... Yeah, you just... Can you not do that? Thanks. And then... Yes, because these... Did we... Ah, no, we depowered the roboport, and then we lost the walls. Can you guys... Yeah. Yeah, we lost the roboport, then we lost the walls, the flamethrowers weren't shooting, and that's why that area went down. Do we have... I don't know whether or not we actually have flamethrowers in the network. I think we don't. So we're going to have to go back there at some point as well. Oh well. Why you guys not... Can we put all these landmines in here? This biter would enjoy it. Well, he's gonna, yeah, have a bit of a time with the other landmines as well. Okay. Yeah, behemoth biters and landmines. Oh well. Do we... We probably do need to worry about landmines there. So, in this area that we are not having a flamethrower defense, we're just going to throw in a couple of landmines and it's probably going to be fine, and then not the ones that needed landfill. Whatever, we're not going to worry about it. Yeah, we wanted solar panels at uncommon quality and solar panels at common quality. Bam! We also don't have refineries in the mall here, which is fine. We're just going to request the refinery stuff here and not really worry about it. We're already making pump jacks. Let's open this up to, say, 6 stacks. Why not? I don't really know how much we need. And then this inserter here, we're just going to change this in the same way to less than rare. And we are going to recycle all of these pump jacks up to rare quality. And we're going to be fine. Yeah, it's a pretty important step, eh? Very similar here for the big mining drills, except that we also need to add some iron. So we do, yeah, we're just putting this where some fluid networks will go. Do we have all the stuff? We don't have all the stuff because these are... Yeah, these are also quite large volumes of things, so we might have this inserter working for a while. Never mind, not really concerned. Foundries need lubricant, so we can do that over here. This one's the rare quality one, yeah? And then we just add this to the pipe here, and then we can add some of the things in a very similar way. Okay, so that's working more or less, I guess. The other thing... Wait, what are we still waiting on? Oh yeah, it's the flamethrowers that we haven't dealt with yet. The other thing we are here to do is fix the Vulcanist science, because it's actually kind of not working at the moment because the carbide broke for fun reasons, because the chest of uncommon carbide filled up. But I don't actually think I'm concerned about this at all, even though the science is completely stopped, because we still have not actually close to full chests. We are working on emptying this out, which is super interesting. We're still got a couple of thousand left. It's fine. The way we're going to do this is figure out how to... yeah, have an inserter that's also extracting this, and then figure out where we can put some recyclers. Because we've also got, yeah, we're going to do another quality upgrade recycler to turn these into the rare carbide, which we probably also are going to be able to use from some stuff, so that's going to be nice. Yeah, give me one of these, put it here, put the output over here. We're going to need some power as well. Okay, so this should work slightly better. We're going to put it in a box. All the rare stuff can end up in the rare place, and the uncommon stuff we can just trash around again in a loop, which we are super not concerned about because we already have a bulk supply of it here. We're going to trash our way down to 400, which is fine. And we're going to use this to solve some other problems as well, because this has given us exactly the same problem at the rare level, but worse. But also the other problems include... we have this increasing rare stash of tungsten ore to deal with, because that's going to block up. And then the other problem that we have that we're going to all fix at the same time is this foundry has never actually made anything because it's never been connected to the molten iron. And this would be a thing we would be doing with the rare carbon if it were actually running. And as a result of this, yeah, we've got some stuff going here because there's the uncommon things going in the box. But yeah, we need to connect this to the iron, which is kind of nearby, right? Like it was already just, it was always going to be a thing that was going to be easy to do. Yeah, like right here. And yeah, we should have noticed that we also never set this to the correct recipe, so we can do that now as well. Cool, rare. And then the other thing we're going to do with this is we actually want to export a bunch of this. We want to, I don't know, get a whole lot. And we're going to use this for artillery stuff. The plan on artillery on Novice was going to be we were going to ship over. In fact, we can probably go and look at that and, you know, maybe also check if, yeah, you guys doing silly stuff, never mind. Wait, do you still have bots? Is that the problem? We are fine. It's fine. We don't need to worry about it yet. We're going to go back there and tidy that up. Somewhere in over here, the plan was to previously export a bunch of tungsten, turn it into artillery, and then recycle up artillery wagons. And I have since decided that is silly because we would be shipping around a bunch of tungsten just to recycle it. So instead, we are going to recycle this tungsten here up to rare quality, ship the rare quality back to Novice, and make artillery with it, or something, I guess, if that's how we feel about it. I don't know. What's going on here? It's probably fine. We're probably just going to make a bunch of rare science. So, why haven't we fixed this issue? Oh, we have. Have we? Not enough carbon. We are short of coal. I was wondering if we were going to have a coal problem. And it looks like we're just not pulling enough coal off the trains. We're actually moving nearly 4 blue belts of coal off the train, whereas we are putting on the train 4 red belts of stuff, but more than 4 red belts of stuff because it's caching while the trains are not there. How do I feel about that? And do we want to upgrade? Actually, this line here isn't actually doing anything. We could merge this again here and be pulling more of this belt of coal out. So now we have more coal here, which is more coal that's going through all of this stuff. Does not need to exist. In fact, all of this is an interchange that was only here because of how we were mining. Is this going to be... How much coal do these guys need? 1.7, and we've put 12 of these things, so we do need actually quite a lot of coal here, don't we? Do we need... How many of these have we put in? 5, and these are 5 to... Yeah, okay, so we do need a red belt of coal here as well. Yeah, you know what other things would be really cool techs that we would enjoy? Plastic blah productivity, rocket fuel productivity could be pretty useful. Maybe we should make Libre run again. Oh well, we're not going to. I think we're going to call this fine. Let's just check whether or not the... Oh no, wait, because the exact coal thing we just mentioned. Oh wait, final adjustment to the plan. I also realized we were building turbines over here, and turbines is a thing we also want at rear quality, because we're going to try and do everything at rear quality at Aquilo, including the power grid. So yeah, we're going to try and do turbine requests here as well. We're going to try and make, not that one, this one, probably more than 20? I don't know. Returning to Fulgora, with Sour Sun now fully built and those chem plants turned around the right way, and the situation on Novice addressed, yeah, somewhere we're going to need to figure out how to logimall some stuff, and it's going to look mostly the same, so it might happen in between. But there are a couple of other things we want to adjust here as well. In particular, we know we want a lot of concrete for Aquilo, so let's just start banking that. In fact, let's bank more. You're probably going to get power from somewhere? Yeah, you are, fine. We're going to want a whole pile of heating towers. We're going to do those at quality as well. Exchanges, actually, we might just do these in Vulcanus as well, because this is all pretty easy stuff. And then also medium electric poles. If we go to the map view so we can grab rare quality medium electric poles, have the wire reach in the supply area gets bigger with quality. So let's just do the power at quality as well, why not? Other things include, we want a lot of heat pipe. We know some things about Aquilo, and some of those are that we need a whole lot of heat pipe, and then these guys are limiting, so let's not. So we've got a whole lot more concrete, a whole lot more heat pipe. We did in Sour Sun, which is, pleasantly fully built, and it's probably completely filled with fuel because these things are designed to go fast. We did bring over a bunch of chips for I don't know, Gleba or something, whatever, but also a bunch of big drills which we're going to drop down to Fulgora to do mining improvements with, because Fulgora probably also having, even this one over here, this one is the first one, but it's deep enough that it's probably fine. But then some of the others are definitely not. And then I think the north one is, and this one is also completely out. How long is this one? Never mind, we'll just blast all of it and come back later. This one needs some upgrades, but it's still pretty sparse, and then we might end up just serving everything from like the dense vault pieces, which, big miners will make all of that better. And then what else did we have? Beacons. Okay, so we've got beacons. There's a bunch of stuff that we want to take with us. I think initially the just grabbing more concrete and making more heat pipe, although we probably made the science situation worse by just not having... Actually, maybe we're getting some copper. Oh no, we're not getting any copper through here. Never mind, onto the Logimol montage. Okay, perhaps unsurprisingly a change of plan. We're not actually going to do, yeah, all the heat pipe and all the expensive stuff we're going to do from Vulcanus because we've got that in bulk. Fulgora doesn't actually do a huge amount of bulk stuff, but what it does do is somewhere down here we've been banking these rare plates and stuff like that for quite a while because that seemed better than throwing them away. So we're going to slap together some Logimall that just straight up builds the things we want at the quality we want them. So we're going to get rare substations which supply area of 22. Does that seem much better than a regular substation? 18, not really. That's not really much. That's not particularly great at all. But the medium electric poles are supply area of 11 by 11, which is significantly better than the 7 by 7, so we like that. And we're going to get some rare inserters as well, because we've got all these bits sitting around. Other things we wanted were... Oh yeah, we've got somewhere down here, next to the green chips we were just looking at upgrading, we've also got, as it turns out, these boxes of rare copper. So we are just going to build some pipes and boilers and heating towers. We need furnaces for this. The thing we're making the stone, but we don't have furnaces. Okay, we're going to need to redo this. We are somewhere trying to rescue rare stone from the Spiral of Doom, so we can do heat furnaces here as well. And then there was another thing. Oh yeah, upgrading all these green chips. We've got a whole pile of uncommon green chips sitting around from this assembler that we weren't really using, so we're going to upgrade those as well. And yeah, we can just let that run for a bit, continue to buffer some amount of stuff that we need. We want rare pipes for a different thing. Why do I have all this rare copper? Whatever. Yeah, more things. That's just going to tick over. It's going to be fine. That's probably almost everything we need to do to think about getting to Aquilo. We've got the research, we've got some inner ships, we've got this ship which might make it to Aquilo, who knows. We're starting to buffer the things we want to take to Aquilo. We've got to figure out exactly how much of each, but never mind. Packing a spaceship is a thing we can do later. We're going to close out the episode with a couple of grabby grabs, because everyone likes grabby grabs.